What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Merch Tactics finally came back in the game after being down for at least a full day, and I believe even longer, which is very frustrating, but it's finally back live again. You can play, and with it came some sneaky balance changes that they didn't announce. And actually, I found these in my clan chat, and I went into a few games this morning and checked them out, and they are live in the game right now. So, Bandit. The first one is that her amount of attacks to charge up her dash is buffed, and it's reduced on each level by 1. So now it's 4, 3, 2, 1 based on her star level, whereas previously it was 5, 4, 3, 2. So it's not going to be as good as it was in first season, but Bandit is going to have a lot more dashes now, which might make her stronger. I'm anxious to test out some assassins after this buff. Dark Goblin, HP buffed by 70, but attack speed nerfed. Definitely warranted. We needed something. Will this be enough? I don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell if this is enough to stop the Dark Goblin meta that's been dominating this season. But we'll see. This season and last season with Goblin Queen. Like, Dark Goblin's just the card. Electro Giant. HP buffed to 1091 from 909. I still don't think he's going to be good. They need to rework his ability, up his damage, do something to where he's not just a trade dummy, because all they did now was just make him a bit stronger HP wise, which is going to allow him to last longer, but he's not going to do nearly what he needs to do for your team to, you know, push you over that edge, and actually get value out of the electric trait. The Executioner got his damage nerfed to 100 from 109. That is a welcome change. Executioner, as you know, I've spoken a lot about it on this channel, has been very, very good for very long and definitely could use a nerf. Golden Knight, the maximum amount of chain dash attacks is now 3. So when he gets a kill and he dashes to another guy, and then he gets that kill and dashes to another guy, he can only do that 3 times. You know, previously he could do it infinitely and take out an entire team. Now he can only do that 3 times, which I think is a good change. That way he's not so broken. It's still a very, very good ability. If you get 3 eliminations right in a row, it's still very good. But this is definitely going to keep it under tabs a bit more. Skeleton Dragons. HP buffed to 350 from 288. Damage buffed to 80. Previously 6-7, as you can see here. But yeah, this is very, 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 very good. I already was playing Skeleton Dragon a bit since the Rangers came back into full swing so hard. I think that Skeleton Dragon is going to be decent now and usable. I think this makes him usable as a first card, because previously he provided no value if he was one of the first cards that you got on your team. So this is going to be very, very welcome. And the damage, of course, is going to help him be better in the Rangers synergy as he's able to do more damage. The Witch, damage to 91 from 73. This is huge for the Witch. Her damage was so lackluster, and that was just the one thing that was holding her back from being an excellent card. She was good for 4 elixir cards. She was good, but she wasn't excellent. She wasn't on the level that Goblin Machine was, Mega Knight Princess, those cards right there. And then we see the Juggernaut duration of the shield is decreased by a second again, and then the shield HP is decreased to 20% and 40% from 30% and 50%. So Juggernaut nerf is very welcome. Still very, very powerful in the game right now, or in the game before the nerf, but I want to show you guys the last nerf that is completely changing how the game is going to be played, completely changing the meta, and it is a nerf to Goblin Machine. And if you went in and you checked his... Actually, let's just get one in our team as soon as we can here. Well, I guess we'll have to play with this. They took away his stuns. Goblin Machine no longer stuns units. He does damage with his missiles, but he does not stun units. And that has been the biggest thing that makes him... I mean, because you guys remember my tier list. He was by far the best card on that tier list, and I still think he was by far the best card until now. Why did I get it? Oh, it's the first one. It's the You're Mine. I was going to say, I'm not playing Goblin Queen. But he has fallen off the deep end hard, and I don't think he's going to be nearly as good. I mean, for 4 elixir, now you're getting a card who doesn't do great damage up front. His rockets don't do incredible damage. I mean, the whole reason we liked those was because of the stuns, and he's very expensive, and even his HP compared to the rest of the Juggernauts is not that good. So I don't know why that change wasn't listed in the list that I read from Clan Chat. Maybe there's some other changes that we aren't aware of yet, but you can see right here, look at this, fires a rocket at the furthest enemy after, look at that, didn't even stun the Executioner. Fires a rocket at the furthest enemy after certain hits, dealing 100% bonus damage. So I don't know if the percent of bonus damage changed. I don't know anything about that. The only thing I know is that he no longer stuns, which was his biggest carry and the biggest reason why that team was good ever. We do need to actually try to win this, though, because I wouldn't. Okay. We could test out. No, we can't. Let's just go with this. Actually, this, so that we get the clan and the executioner synergy back. Or the clan and the what is it? Brawler synergy? Oh, wait, no, I want him to be up front. Why did I keep him back there? That's fine. Okay, let's test it out again. Here, he has a Goblin machine. He's going to get 2 hits, and he's going to shoot 2 rockets. Look at this. No stuns. They just keep shooting. He's useless. And look at that. The damage is medium. I mean, like, barely there. It's 226 damage on a 1464 HP card. I don't know how much he's even going to be used anymore at this point. Oh, I almost just knocked over my drink. I don't know if he's going to be the best. I mean, he's definitely not going to be the best tank. I think Skeleton King is back to being the best Juggernaut. Let's see. Let's go for this. There's another spear there. This is good. We can get a free Goblin here. And yeah, so he's not doing the damage that he needed to, and he's not doing the CC. So with that, Rangers just became 1,000 times better. And Blasters, any of these backline troops. But, you know, it's not a huge deal if you don't have the Juggernauts on your front line, because they've got a nerf. Plus, they're not protecting your units from an opposing Goblin machine anymore. Now, you still have the Mega Knights and the Princes and the Mage, who all have these CC abilities that can still really tear you up. But, you know, the biggest reason that I was playing any Juggernauts at all was to protect myself against Goblin Queen players, and now that is not even relevant anymore. Ooh, I was going to sell that, but I'll take the 3-star there. Let's go ahead and sell you, grab you, and you. We'll get you and just hope that we can find a baby dragon. Oh my goodness, no way. Okay, so we'll just dip out of you and then just throw you in here. And this, and then just another ranger just because I can. Okay, and then we'll try to find something else to put in here. But I do want to see how these skeleton dragons do. We could put another undead juggernaut. Ooh, we're kind of getting cooked. Come on, Musk. Yes, Musk got a big shot off. The meta now is something I wanted to talk about. And, oh, bummer. I have a few other videos pre-recorded that I'll release over the next coming days. But after that, I really want to record a video diving into trying out a lot of different comps and seeing what's good, and that's gonna give us time for us to kind of figure out what the meta is gonna look like going forward. But you know, what's good now? What even is playable in a meta where goblins are not as strong and Goblin Machine is not as necessary to win? I mean, look at this. He's gonna dive to the back line. These two are going to die almost immediately because they're going to get shredded by our damage dealers back here. And then Goblin Machine's going to be useless. And he's just hoping that his Dark Goblin can speed up enough. But even with that nerf, I don't know if he's going to be able to. So I think we got this one in the bag. Even though if I was playing against this team 2 days ago, it would absolutely wreck me. Now, the stuns are not... I mean, Musketeer is now the best stunning card. Like, is a thrower's meta, or whatever it is, blaster's meta, is that completely taking over the game? We're going to see. Let's do this. We need to get a few more stars on our cards now that we can. Let's do that. I don't like this. What does he have that I'm looking for? Dark Goblin? I don't need Dark Goblin. I guess I'll put it in, though. Oh, I know, because I want the healing on the clan. Let's just sell you, because you're not crucial anyways. Whoops. That's good. We don't even want the machine. Let's do this and just try to get another. There, we can get that. Oh, nice, and a 3-star there. Okay, we're kind of sitting pretty now. I do want to get a 3-star on the skeleton dragon because the split was the first thing that was buffed. I think it gave more HP to the split, but then now it gives it more HP overall. Oh, he's already dead. The skeleton dragon's already dead. That's okay. We're gonna cook this guy, I think. Yeah. So you don't need Goblin Machine at all anymore. This guy, the guy we beat out of the game, had a 3-star Goblin Machine, which would have carried you to a victory basically 2 days ago. Let's do this, which could be interesting. So now the whole thing is going to be figuring out, you know, what comps, what are the best comps? Is it back to, you know, our brawlers in the mix again? That would be interesting. Maybe I'll play a game with brawlers here, but brawlers could be back in the meta. You could have some, you know, maybe it's back to where we're using more of the races as comps over over the performance abilities, and I need to find a better way to delineate that. So races are things like the goblins, the noble, the clan, the cards that have similarities because of their origin, as opposed to their like their makeup of or their traits. I guess a trait, you have races and traits, I guess, is the best way to do it. So Juggernauts would be a trait because they're the tanky cards. Actually, are we going to lose this? Because Baby Dragon's going to do... Oh, we clutched up. Let's go. So you have the races, which are the origins of the cards. And then you have the traits, which are like the abilities, like the way the cards are. So the Blasters are a trait because they're all ranged troops. The Rangers are a trait. The Juggernauts are all tanky. The Brawlers are all, you know, kind of tanky, but also do some damage. So, I wonder if it's going to fall back to more of that's in the meta. So maybe Clan Avenger really is going to come back into the meta. I don't think so, because I played with them recently and they're not great. But maybe stuff like that, you know, maybe noble assassins, maybe noble rangers. And it's great that I'm asking these questions, because that means that there's plenty of flexibility in what the meta is now. You know, it's not just Juggernauts, and it's not just Goblins and Goblin Machine and Dark Goblin. We have a lot of variety, and you can play different teams. Maybe it's back to where, you know, we have a lot of the two out of fours, like, you know, you have Mage and Electric and Fire back in some comps. It could be, or the 2 out of 2s, I guess, but then even 2 out of 4s with the rest of the cards. Okay, maybe I should go for Brawlers, but with Brawlers, I could do Clan Brawler, which would be interesting. I could do Noble Brawler, I could do Ace Brawler. Maybe I try like Ace Brawler and then see how good the Bandit is now. I still don't think she's going to be as good, but it'd be interesting. I still feel like having a lot of 2 out of 4s on a team is better than having 2 4 out of 4s. I feel like just overall that's just been the case this season, but who knows, that could completely change. I mean, and maybe, I don't know what new, because the balance changes came with the update, with their season reset, and you know, they're not tied to, like we've seen with Merge Tactics balance changes, we're not tied to only getting them at season reset. We'll get them mid-season, we'll get them anytime. And so I am interested to see. We don't need that, we'll take you instead. I am interested to see if they bring more after they kind of see what happened here. And maybe they will bring the stun back to Goblin Machine, but he was obviously so overpowered that they needed to do something about it. So maybe this was overkill, and they'll come back around and they'll kind of balance him out a bit more ability-wise before they would just take out the thing that makes him so good. Why is one of my troops not buffed? I've seen this a lot. And, you know, one of my troops, or maybe it's just a glitch with the size itself, and it doesn't actually physically get larger, but it still does the extra damage and HP. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, we'll do you. Should we just go for Rangers? We already have basically all the cards. Wait, what? Why is it tiny? Oh, is it reversed? Is it glitched until it's reversed or something? What in the world? I've never seen that. We do Clan Ranger. There's our last Ranger. I guess we'll just take it. Next turn, though. Oh, we could do Brawler. Is there a Ranger for every Brawler? No, because there's not a Ranger Ace and there's not a Brawler Goblin. They should have brought Goblin Cage in like they were planning to. That would have been cool to have a building, and they could have piloted that and tested it out for a few seasons and seen how the buildings did, and then maybe that would have opened up the door for them to add more down the line, but we'll see. I mean, there's still so much they can do with the mode. They could bring in building spells, anything, everything. All right, we're going to go for selling these and finish out our Brawlers, I think, because I do want to try the Brawlers. We do Noble Brawlers. Would that be good? I don't really think so. How about Ace Brawler? Let's just do it. Don't need you then. We still need our Prince. There's another Ace. We'll just run this then for now. Wait, I don't even know what kind of setup to run. Okay, we need one more Ace, which is Executioner, and one more Brawler, which is Prince. Does this guy have either of them? There's a 2-star Prince here, but no Executioner. Oh wait, who's that 3-star though? Oh, it's a Goblin. Okay. Yeah, we should be able to get all our cards. Ooh, the boosted Bandit is interesting. So is Bandit now the best stunning card? You know, obviously she was destroying everything the first season. So is she back in the meta because she can get to the back line and stun? I didn't think about that. Are Assassins the meta now because that's the only way to stun backline troops? I guess we'll have to find out. Okay, there's Prince. Did I sell Giant Skeleton? I did. I didn't think about that. Okay. Not you. Executioner. Now we just need to get back to our Mega Knight. Uh-oh. Mega Knight? There it is. Okay. So this is the team. I guess we'll see, right? Put you up there. 4 Brawlers, 4 Ace, and so our Mega Knight is hopefully going to be... Oh, no, because he's not 2 stars. I want our Mega Knight to be the unit, because he's going to be able to jump to the back line and stun, too. Okay, Assassin's Ace. I may make a separate video on this. Because I don't want to, you know, be 90% of the way into this video and then only get to play with the team once. I may make a separate video on Assassin's Ace and see how that does. Because there we have troops that get to the back line, that can stun. You got Mega Knight who can jump and stun, and then Bandit who can dash in the back line and stun. And then you have, you know, the rest of the assassins who are going to do good damage there. And then you have all the ace things buffing the Mega Knight or the Bandit. So either way, if you get them to 2 or 3 stars, you can have a very strong troop that's just stunning constantly in the back line. And that's granted that the meta stays with ranged troops, kind of like it is with the Brawlers and Ranger meta. What is he? He just has a few 2 out of 4s. He's really... okay, so he's blocking me on that. And the Xyz. He has all the rest of the Xyz. I wonder where they went. And the P.E.K.K.A.s. Well, that's fine. I think we got him here. He's going to stun that. Oh, I should have put the Prince up front. That way it countered the stun. I think you can counter it. Okay, so what's... Okay, my Executioner is my bigger card. And my Giant Skeleton Bomb, he's getting in there. Everybody thought Giant Skeleton. Everybody thought Giant Skeleton was going to be the most broken thing at the beginning of the season, if you all remember. Because he got that damage buff on his... uh-oh. Wait, are we cooking? Okay, nice. He got that huge damage buff for his bomb, but he really hasn't done much. I mean, he really hasn't been that crazy. Okay. The annoying thing about running a team like this, is that, or sorry, running Lung. See, I start playing, I forget what I'm talking about. The only thing about running Lung is the fact that you can't, build elixir by selling troops off. You're only ever going to break even, so you have to get perfectly lucky. If, say, I was to sell this P.E.K.K.A. and try to get back to, like, reuse my elixir in a way that I could get the 2-star Bandit and then just get another 1-star P.E.K.K.A., you have to have the perfect amount of rotation, or the perfect rotation with your cards to be able to get there. I don't know if y'all understood that at all, but hopefully it made sense. Okay, so Mega Knight now, hopefully is going to jump. No, okay. So Mega Knight's still going to jump to where he hits 2 units. But now, if we kill that P.E.K.K.A. and he jumps again, he's going to jump over there because he can hit 2 units. That's what's awesome about Mega Knight, is that he repositions himself to where he can hit the most units, which is very good. I don't know about Bandit's dashing. I think Retake actually made a video that like went into crazy detail on Bandit's dashes, so go and check that out if you want to like know exactly where she goes. So she dashes to the furthest enemy in 3 hexes. Oh, okay. I guess they just explained it here. So maybe he made the video last. Who knows? But yeah, this is good to know. Dashes to the furthest enemy in 3 hexes after certain hits, which at a 2 stars 3, dealing damage and stunning on her path for 1 second. So that's interesting because I think in season 1, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in season 1 there was no rhyme or reason to where she dashed. He dropped everything for the. That's funny. I need to emote, bro. See, they gotta add emotes in here. Yeah, yes, people are going to be in, but if you just add the option to mute, I think it would be well accepted. So, anyways, guys, this is very good in my opinion for Merch Tactics. I think these changes are very welcome. I think you can see right here, I just won with a random team that I had no business winning with, and I've never played before. But there you go. I think this is really, really good for how we're going to be able to progress, and how the game's going to be unique every single time you play it. I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be great. So let me know in the comments what you think about the changes, and what new teams you're going to be playing now with the new meta as it starts to form. And, you know, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a thumbs up, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you in the next one.